you. Wow, it's good to be here. It's good to be in Bangkok. Sawadee Kap. Always feels like coming home. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about what makes Unicity different and special in this State of Unicity message, and what sets us apart in the business world. Now, at Unicity, we operate on a fundamentally different time scale than most companies. Most of the business world today is caught up in this frenetic and myopic race for short-term results. This kind of short-term thinking limits investing in the future. And I want to tell you what we're focusing on to avoid that kind of thinking. Now, consider the landscape. On the one hand, you have public companies, publicly traded companies. All they care about is their next quarter financial results, because that's what determines their bonuses and their executive compensation. So they make decisions often to maximize that short-term quarterly gain that will mortgage the future of the company and the future of their innovation. On the other hand, we have private equity companies. They are very focused on cutting costs, leveraging up the balance sheet with debt, and racing towards a quick exit. Now, this is usually 3 to 5 years, and it can be very beneficial for the investors, but it can come at a long-term cost for the company, for the sustainability and the stability of the company. So this is why we see a lot of the sameness in the industry today, because this kind of short-term thinking doesn't result in something unique or new. It often results in driving down the cost and the quality of the product. So that's why we see almost all of these products that you see in the grocery store on the shelves are made by the same handful of companies. So they've made this business model where they repackage the cheapest industrial ingredients into different unhealthy, typically products which are designed to hack your brain to consume more of them. So while it looks like you have a lot of choice when you go shopping, actually it's just the same stuff in different packages, different prices, different brands, but it's the same inside. Take coffee as one example. You may not know it, but all the coffee shops you see, all the different brands in the store, 80% are from 3 companies. This is one German company. They own all of these different brands. It's actually just the same company, same product. They have a simple playbook. They buy up all the companies they can in a space. They use the market power to drive out competition. They use the buying power to lower the cost of ingredients, these industrial crops. And they try to make it as addictive as possible with adding sugar. And then eventually they will sell out. It's been done many times, and it's extremely effective in the short term. And that's why it's been used. But it's not just in these food products where this short-term thinking occurs. I saw this firsthand many years ago, 15 plus years ago, when I was a design engineer at Boeing. So Boeing is one of the great American companies. But it was taken over by this short-term thinking. The people making decisions, they didn't have much interest in the product. They were really focused on the numbers on the spreadsheet, maximizing the return on investment for the next quarter. So this is very serious, right? We are flying in these airplanes. We don't care about the earnings per share. We care if the airplane is going to land safely. It's also had devastating effect from the food perspective with our health. You see this from 1980 to 2015, the increase in obesity and diabetes, because this short-term thinking to maximize consumption of these very cheap industrial crops has had this very bad effect on our environment. A lot of people feel like it's their fault that they have bad health. Actually, it's the environment they're in. They think they have many choices, but they don't. Because when the only objective is maximizing the short-term financial gain, we have to make withdrawals from this bank of human health. There's another bank that we've been making withdrawals from, and that's the bank of ecological resources. So many of these crops, coffee is one example, require a lot of deforestation. They also require huge amounts of chemical fertilizer and pesticides and herbicides in order to maximize the productivity of that ground. So again, when we focus on the short term, there's a cost. We call this thinking spreadsheet brain. We want to avoid this. Now, how are we doing that at Unicity? This is what we are focusing on. We are not just building a company, we're building a legacy, we're building a family. We're laying the groundwork for a business that can provide sustainability and stability, not just for us today, but for future generations. Rather than the short-term numbers, we're focused on our people and our relationships, product innovation and manufacturing excellence, digital and physical infrastructure, and financial prudence. And I'll go through each of these. This long-term thinking influences everything we do, from our approach to product innovation and development, to our financial strategies, to the way we value and invest in people. It allows us to make decisions which we believe will yield tremendous value in the future. So I'll walk through each of these. You'll see how this approach not only differentiates from our competitors, but it also gives us an advantage in a way that other companies can't match. So first, the people-centric approach. We've always been a company that primarily invests in people. We really believe that it is our relationships with our team, our partners, our customers, that is what is really important. We recognize that it's you, the distributors, that make this company value, and you are the reason we do this. And we demonstrate this through our actions and through our investments. We absolutely love the way we do business, and we're 100% committed to doing that and to being the best partner that we can be. Your success is our success. When we see you up here on the stage tomorrow and today, we feel as happy and as proud as if it was us on the stage. We're really fully committed to seeing each of you up here. When our customers have success with their health, it's also our success. We love it. If you succeed alone, we have a word for that. That's called failure. We want to succeed together. Now, one of our unique strengths is our global presence. We operate in 42 different countries. We speak, as a company, 36 or more languages. This presents a lot of unique challenges and also a lot of amazing opportunities. We navigate some complex regulatory environments and some different cultural contexts, market conditions. Our strength lies in our ability to learn from each other and apply successful strategies globally. So this global presence enables a really good cross-pollination of ideas. We facilitate knowledge transfer between our global markets, and the most important part of that is we want to listen and learn. Our next focus is our product development, R&D and product development. So we maintain full control of the intellectual property and our production. While this takes a huge investment, and it's a very long-term return on that investment, it enables those compounding gains over time. We are continuously working on improving our products. This strategy involves some really deep integration in our supply chain, which I'll go into. Now, we have a lot of smart scientists. You've heard from some of them. There's a lot more who are working on our products. It's important, I should note that all the images I'm showing, they're not stock photos. These are real people. This is real equipment, real products. So I apologize, some of these photos are not high quality. A lot of them I took with my phone. But these are real people, and they really care about these things. Yeah, they're great. Now, of course, you can't just build great products in a lab or in an office. We have to get deep into the supply chain. So we know where our ingredients come from that go into our products. We also know where the trees are that those ingredients grew on. We know where those trees were germinated, and we also know where is the parent tree of that tree. So this is real. We actually have a genealogy on the trees that are growing our ingredients for our products. So these pictures this is in southern Brazil, where we get our mate leaves. And again, I didn't just Google for an image of the rainforest. This is real. You're looking at the trees where our Unicity is sourced. It's beautiful. It looks like Jurassic Park. The reason it looks like Jurassic Park, actually, this is interesting. These trees you see are not the yerba mate. The yerba mate grows in the shade of these trees. What you see is it's a tree called Araucaria angustifolia, and it's a tree that's older than the dinosaurs. It's critically endangered right now due to deforestation. But where we grow the yerba mate, it's very beneficial because those trees that grow in the shade, they have to produce more bioactive compounds. So where we grow our products, these trees are carefully protected. So you can be assured that when we produce our products, we are not only making a fantastic product, we're also protecting and stewarding the environment where we grow it. So Unicity is a great example. Many other products are similar. Our commitment to deep product knowledge goes beyond the field all the way to the final product and beyond that. We have a dedicated lab working just on botanical extracts and process improvement and the analysis of results. They've actually filed for 2 new patents on Unicity this year. And we are continuously working to improve our packaging, our blending, all of our processes. And this level of control and checking how the results are allows us to develop new technologies and stay ahead of competition and bring great products to market. Now, you may have heard that it's easy to make a prototype, but it's very hard to scale that up to full-scale manufacturing. And this is true. This is the real challenge. It's also the real benefit, because when I say we want to keep our intellectual property, we want to keep control of our product, you can't do that if you develop a product and then you have to hire somebody else to make it for you. So that is why we've decided to invest a huge amount in making our products ourselves. It's very difficult, and that's why you see almost every other brand you see, they never made the product. They outsourced it to somebody else. So we've made the decision to invest in this equipment, these factories, and the people and technical know-how. A big reason for that is we gain massive amounts of experience and product information from being involved in this manufacturing production. One of the rules that I made is that all of our managers, people who are engaged in product development, they have to work in the factory. They have to work a shift every month in these factories. The reason for that is they can avoid that spreadsheet brain by being hands-on with the product and coming in close contact with the people who are making it, our manufacturing experts. We've had a lot of important process improvements from this and from being engaged in it, and I think there'll be a lot more. Now, our approach to digital and physical infrastructure follows a similar line. We've made a strategic decision to build a lot of our software in-house rather than buying some off-the-shelf solution. And that's been very challenging, but we're starting to see some big results and big possibilities ahead of us. For example, a couple of months ago, we made a major upgrade on some of our back-end servers. And the performance and stability has been amazing. We used to have, I'm sorry about this, we used to have 5 to 7 crashes per day on some of these servers. And we've had 0 in 60 days since we upgraded. We used to have 5 people continuously engaged in keeping these processes running, and now we can let these guys work on other important projects. Our average time to resolve an issue globally used to be 7 days. And again, I'm sorry for that. Now it's down to 3.6 hours, and we're going to keep pushing that even lower. We understand that we have a long way to go here, and we are committed to do better and to keep investing in this because this is very important to our success. You'll notice that our IT team is here in Bangkok. They have a booth in the expo, and they'll be delighted to talk with you and to learn from you on what we can do better. Our guiding principle in digital product innovation is that we want to make you, our leaders, more powerful. We want to give you the tools to do what you can do even better and with a broader reach. If there are things that are limiting your ability to make life better, we want to fix those, and we're working on that. And we follow the same hands-on approach with physical infrastructure. We are always trying to do continuous improvement and feedback. What we found is that nobody cares as much about our products and our business as we do. So that is why we take the hands-on approach to these things. We've built and continue to improve our global logistical and financial infrastructure so that we can deliver the high-quality products, pay commissions on time everywhere we operate. And I hope this sounds simple. If it looks simple, that's great. That means we're doing our job. Now, even after making all these big investments, in product development, in manufacturing, in IT, data center, we maintain a very strong balance sheet with 0 debt. This is very counterintuitive in the business world today. But it's very important. When you take money from somebody, whether it's a bank with debt or whether it's an outside investor, now you need to return to them what they paid for you. It limits your options in the future. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. There could be another pandemic. There could be huge opportunities. We want to be ready to respond to those things. We don't want to have made decisions in the past that limit what we can do in the future. So we're keeping a strong position so that we can be secure. We think the world's probably going to get crazier before it gets less crazy. Also, 0 outside investors. Everybody who has invested in Unicity, you hear from them. They are engaged every day. I want to say thank you. Thank you for trusting us for managing this company for you. As I said, your success is our success. We love you, and we thank you very much.